The Cleveland Browns have a Myles Garrett problem, as evidenced by the messages that are coming out of the combine this week. In this video, we're going to talk about why the Buffalo Bills are the perfect team to help them solve that issue. What's up, everybody? It is Jon Helmkamp with A to Z Buffalo. It has been a big week in terms of the never-ending Myles Garrett saga in Cleveland. We all know that he requested a trade, what feels like a couple months ago now, but it was probably only a couple weeks. The way that it's being handled in Cleveland is not great. This is a team that desperately needs to rebuild. They've got an opportunity to potentially draft a quarterback of the future this year in the 2025 NFL draft. And you have a star, highly paid, aging defensive end who doesn't want to be there. The way that Cleveland should be handling this, you should be trading him. And the reason why they should be trading him is because this week, Myles Garrett made it clear that he has no intention of signing a contract extension with the Cleveland Browns. So if he wants to leave and he's not willing to sign a contract extension, and you're a team that needs assets in order to rebuild, why would you not be willing to move on from Garrett to recoup some of that capital to be able to kickstart that rebuild? In my opinion, this comes down to the general manager, Andrew Berry. I think that if he trades Myles Garrett, he is fully signaling that we are in a rebuild. And if he does that, I'm wondering if his tenure in Cleveland is going to get cut short. I don't think that he's going to see the team through a rebuild because of ownership there. So that, to me, is what this is all about. I think this is about Andrew Berry refusing to admit that the team needs to rebuild. But if he is willing to do that, if he can get the confirmation from ownership, you're our guy, we want you to go through this rebuild, we want to see how this can turn around, then I think that he's going to be more willing to pull the trigger on moving Myles Garrett. Now, there's no denying that Garrett is the face of the franchise at this point. He's a superstar pass rusher, one of the best in the NFL, but that team's not winning anytime soon. That team needs a lot of help. They need help all over the field at multiple positions in order to turn this thing around. And with Garrett about to enter his age 30 season, are you really willing to just sit back and watch him play out his contract and then hit free agency and leave because he's made it clear that he's not coming back? Or would you rather move him and get a haul? It would take a lot of draft capital in particular to be able to get Myles Garrett, which I think other teams are willing to do. Buffalo is one of those teams. Earlier this week, during the scouting combine with Brandon Beane's media availability before the combine got started, he said that he's not afraid to trade a first-round pick for a talented player. He's done it before. He included a first-round pick when he went and got Stephon Diggs. And now if he's sitting here armed to the teeth with 10 draft picks this year, a first and 2 seconds, and then a slew of others, would he be willing to move a lot of that in order to go get a superstar difference maker on the defensive line? I think that he would be willing to do it. I just think that Cleveland needs to be willing to accept that moving on from Myles Garrett is the only thing that makes sense for their team. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I will catch you guys next time.